Hey, I'm Nick Boy, and welcome to Pocket for Tuesday, the 9th of February. Today on the show, Happy Blizz Day, how to build your own cleaver, and why aren't there more games about how your day was? Like, Awkward Family Simulator 2016. Hey, how was your day? Shut up, Mum! Bing, 20 XP. Alright, here's what's been making headlines. After 13 years bringing gaming videos to the internet, Game Trailers is closing down today. The website's associate editor Ben Moore jumped onto NeoGAF to reveal that the announcement surprised them as much as anyone else. Ben stated, "I just want to confirm that Game Trailers is shutting down officially today. Everyone is being let go. We all found out mere hours ago, so we're still reeling a bit. Sincerely, thank you all for the tremendous support." The site was home to countless reviews and countdowns, as well as fostering talent such as Screw Attack's Stuttering Craig and Kyle Bosman. Development has halted on Playdeck's Unsung Story. The role-playing game earned itself $660,000 through crowdfunding in January of 2014, but the game ran into controversy back in September of last year when Playdeck announced they'd changed the focus and scope of the game to something which no longer reflected what 16,000 people had backed. In a note to its backers overnight, Playdeck revealed that they have since then lost a few key staff members and they are now seeking external development help to get the project back underway. It does appear though that veteran developer Yasumi Matsuno is still attached to the game, but Playdeck do not know when they will be able to deliver it. Hey all you Amiibo owners, Pokken Tournament is going to support your compulsive disorder. The Pokemon fighting game will feature support for every Amiibo on the market, although Nintendo are yet to provide details on what exactly the Amiibos will do. And Square Enix has revealed the dates for the Hitman beta. People who pre-order the game on PS4 will be given access to the beta on the 12th of February, and those who pre-order on the PC will have to wait until the 19th to get in on that beta action. Along with these dates, the publisher released a new trailer which shows a familiar bald man wandering around some Cold War era Bond villain's lair. I'm joined now by Good Game producer Elliot Cloud-Busting Fish to discuss our final news story. And Elliot, it's Blizzard's birthday!
Happy birthday?
Yeah.
The California-based studio turns 25 today, having started in 1991 as Silicon and Synapse. They took on the name Blizzard Entertainment in 1994 and released Warcraft, Orcs and Humans that same year. Mr. Fish, what was the first Blizzard game you played?
I thought about it, and I think it was actually Blackthorn. You know, the side scroller with the shoddy.
No one knows it. Like, no one knows any of those Warcraft Blizzard games.
But I actually think Diablo was the one that I really spent the most time with.
Yeah.
It created that amazing gameplay loop of kill and loot and upgrade and then kill bigger things.
The first game I played of theirs was World of Warcraft. I sort of got into that PC genre of gaming quite late, so they were already sort of the giant thing that they are today. But Blizzard are so good at taking a genre and then just tweaking it and putting in that weird little loop that just gets you so hooked, like you were saying with Diablo. And in 2012, Blizzard had 4,700 people working in 11 cities. And you actually went to one of those offices.
I did back in 2010 with Bajo.
Yep.
We went to the main Blizzard campus, and you walk in and the first thing you see is the giant orc statue outside the main building. And then you go through and they've got an incredible sort of like gallery in there of all their games, and maquettes and concept art, beautiful things. They had amazing things on the walls like big sword and shield, and they have those milestones for employees. After you've been there for like 5 years, you get a dagger or something, and then 10 years it's a sword, and then I think 25 years, they probably get something really cool, big shiny.
What do I get if I'm here for 25 years?
I think it's a box set of Vicar of Dibley.
All right, that doesn't sound too great. Well, happy birthday, Blizzard. Congratulations on your 25 years. I'm glad you're still alive. Shall we pop in celebration?
We shall.
All right, it's thing of the day.
Thing of the day.
The weaponsmiths at Or Me have once again taken inspiration from video games, and this time it was the gothic world of Bloodborne which has them back at the anvil. The team forged one of the most iconic blades in the game, the pivoting, gnashing saw cleaver.
Thing of the day.
All right, now it's talk through time where you suggest a topic. We talk through it. Today's topic comes in from Cringy, who says, what kinds of themes would you like to see explored more in games? I love how Catherine depicted struggles with fidelity in depth, or how that dragon cancer conveyed its message. Elliot, I'll let go of you. What sort of themes would you like to see more of in games?
Oh, well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because I think we're never going to lose the hero's journey. We go to games for escapism. But I think, games that are based on actual personal experience is really interesting. Games that are based on a true story.
Yep.
Because there's something really valuable there, I think, for us to learn from.
It's kind of like the auteur theory in video games, where I feel the developer wanting to say something, and so therefore has chosen this medium in which to say it. So I think of something like The Beginner's Guide, Sabelle, That Dragon Cancer, like Cringy you pointed out, Journey, Thomas Was Alone, Her Story, like these games where I feel it's about removing the power fantasy and bringing it down to something where it makes me look at myself more.
Yeah, and I think, games that have, say, like a first-person narrative won't always be, self-reflective, introspective experiences. I mean, one day someone will go to Mars, and there might be a game based on their personal experience of that journey.
Do you mean that you would like to see more stuff where it's actually exploring real things in the world, not necessarily just introspective things, but actually like almost like factual stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, more games based on historical fact. I mean, we get so many games that are based in fantasy because there's a natural tendency, I think, to explore mysticism. But when I say games based on historical sort of fact, I guess I mean more accuracy, historical accuracy. So not necessarily things that verge on edutainment. Like I even think of Age of Empires as being a bit edutainment-like.
Yeah.
But stories of maybe a person who lived in that time. What was their life like? And what did they think of the world? And
just the normal person, not the king.
Well, even the king.
Right, okay.
What was it like feeling isolated and you couldn't trust anyone? And
yeah, cool.
All of that. As long as there's some sort of historical accuracy to it, and it doesn't delve into
fantasy.
Wizards.
Yeah, interesting. And I think the other thing that I would like to see more of is not demonizing mental health, or like a better look at mental health as a whole. And again, not in a boring kind of way. I just feel like the game I can think of the most that has done like a relatively good job of this was Spec Ops: The Line, which I went into thinking, oh, this is just going to be another shooter. It looked super bro-y at the beginning. And then as you're playing it, you're watching someone disintegrate into a really horrifying look at how your mind falls apart because of what you've done in a war. And wasn't demonizing that person, was actually going, look at how hard this is for this person in a sort of accurate, real kind of way, but also very entertaining. I think that most of the time in games you see people with mental health problems, it's just a shorthand for they're a bad guy.
Yeah, I'd like to see games that are more empathetic towards, the person that is having that struggle, that internal struggle, as opposed to games where we are just observing, the person with the problem. Ninja Theory, who made Heavenly Sword about 10 years ago, are making a game called Hellblade this year about suffering hallucinations.
Right.
They actually went to a professor of neuroscience because they wanted to make sure that their depiction of that in the game was more accurate to people who suffer from that. It's great that they were just concerned about making it an authentic experience. Yeah,
I think that's the key with these sort of personal stories, is wanting to learn more about the things that your characters are going through, and therefore that just makes for an inherently better story. All right, Cringy, there are some themes that we are interested in. What do you guys think? What would you like to see more of in video games theme-wise? Let us know in the comments, and while you're there, please suggest a talk through for tomorrow. And then also stay on the internet and check out Pocket and Good Game on Facebook, YouTube, and iView. Want to meet fellow Pocketeers? Then join the Pocketeers Facebook group and Steam group. You can follow Good Game on Twitter at GoodGameTV. Follow Pocket at NickBoy, at Pierreth, at GGEditMonkey. He's at ElliotFish, 1L, 1T, and there are links to everything I just said in the description below. Today's Thing of the Day graphic was made by Pink Girl 4000. Well done, Pink Girl. Have you made a thing? Then send it in. Until tomorrow, NickBoy out.
Cloud busting out.
Wah!